My sister's worked with Jim Carrey. I haven't met Jim Carrey. Obviously I met Rosie O'Donnell because she interviewed me for something and she was really nice. I've met a lot of people. Diane Sawyer, who does the whatever it's called, some morning show. We would go out to dinner and because my husband was friends with her husband. Yes and then yes.
How about Tim Allen?
No, I haven't. I met the Fonz when he saw The Big Chill and he turned around and goes, "You were great." I met John Travolta.
Really?
Harrison Ford. I met him.
Harrison, really?
Sure, he was
And
cool.
someone from Star Wars?
Yeah, yeah, he was in Indiana Jones. Yes, I've met him.
I know too much about
And yes?
Something about where's that movie with Cameron Diaz?
Yes, right, that's right. Yeah, he's got a good. Yeah. You and then you.
Have you met Robin Williams?
Yes, I have met Robin Williams. He is a very, very, very sweet man. I remember once I was at the Golden Globes, and Christine Lottie, who had done Leaving Normal with me, she was nominated. She had a TV show now. I can't remember what it was called, but she was nominated and she won. And she was in the bathroom. And so Robin Williams, all of a sudden, he's very quiet and shy when he's not on, right? He was there, and he leapt up from his table. You could see him, he was thinking. He leapt up from his table, and he got on stage, and he started talking, and he started doing a comedic riff while somebody went and got Christine, because he knew that they'd be like, oh, well, she won, but he knew how important it was for her to get her statue and to make her speech. So so they couldn't cut to commercial break, because who's going to cut to commercial break on Robin Williams doing a funny riff? And he just took off and did it, and then she came, and he gave it to her, and he was like being funny, and everybody's howling with laughter, and then he goes back to his table, and he just got quiet again. And also my son did a little bit part in one of his movie RV.
Really?
Yeah, so he's, what?
Is that his son or something?
No, my boy.
Was he playing his son?
No, he just played somebody who said something like, "What's up?" or something like that. That was his big line. That was his big claim to fame, and we saw it over and over. But he was very kind to my boy, and he was lovely. He's a lovely man. Yes.
Did you meet Oprah?
No, I haven't met her. No. Over to you. Oh, over here. Yes. I've been in, I think, 15 movies. Yes, 15 movies. I think 15 or 16. Probably 15. Yeah. Anybody else over here on this? Yes. Of Fame. Okay, I might not remember because I don't remember Fame, Text, One Dark Night, Psycho 2, The Big Chill, Impulse, Agnes of God, Offbeat, Valmont, Two Jakes, Masquerade, Sleep With Me, Leaving Normal. I don't remember. There's 2 or 3 more I don't remember. But, anybody else? Oh, yes.
You have a Ferrari?
No. Okay, here's the thing you gotta be careful of, you guys. Everybody's like, I've seen this happen over and over to movie people and people who make a lot of money. I was reading a thing, and did you know that like these big football players that make all this money, a huge percentage of them, like I can't remember what it was it 70%? Something like that, are broke in 2 years from being out of the league. You make some money, you put a chunk of it away for safety, for retirement, or for when you aren't doing it. You see these people like Nick Cage, he made like, well, I don't even know, $10, $15 million a picture, broke, bankrupt, because of Ferraris, because of having multiple houses, because of, everybody thinks whatever they're making, they're going to make that for the rest of their life. You just figure you aren't going to, you put some away. All of you, make sure you save for retirement. Many people in my age group haven't saved for retirement. That's very scary. Yes? Oh yeah? In the which one? Oh yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Right, that's Robin Williams, right? Who's in the, oh, Nicolas Cage. Oh yeah. Well, right now he's having to work to, I don't watch movies, but he's having to work to pay his bills. And if he had just saved like even a little bit, like you think, $1 million, I could live for the rest of my life. Are you kidding me? But you just have to be careful. A lot of the people you see driving the status symbols and stuff, they aren't wealthy. They have those on loaner. So don't buy into that. You are what you wear, and you are what you eat, you are what you drive. You know, just be a good person, walk a good path, and save your money. Yes?
Have you met Britney Spears?
No, I haven't. She was, all the people that you guys are probably super interested in were before my time. Like after my time. I was before their time, so, you know, I know the older ones, but not the younger ones. Yes?
Have you met the guy like Spock?
That's
If I have, I don't remember. Because, yeah, he was there. Yes?
What about
Madonna? No, I haven't met her. I've met Cyndi Lauper.
Isn't she on
Cyndi Lauper, what?
Isn't she on that Celebrity Apprentice?
I think so. I don't watch much TV, so. Yes?
When I was reading to the class and they were listening, I love to see their faces, and there were a lot of times where we could just stop and say, okay, let's make a prediction. How many of you think this is going to be positive? And then there'd be some hands. How many of you think there might be a negative outcome? And
Right.
more hands would go up.
Right.
And one of the really cool things about your writing is there's so many different options as you're reading along. You know, in some books it's very predictable.
Right.
And it's not, and the students, I think, really enjoyed that. So I just want to say thank you for that. And the question I had was, we stopped when, after you wrote about the teacher and the principal, and I said, what do you think Meg Tilly thought about, you know, her teachers and her principals and things like that? And do you want to comment on that? Your sort of experience, and like, how do you try to, are they the villains? Are they the...
Yes. The villain.
Yeah.
No. You know, it's complicated. I think that's what I wanted to do. Like, to me, what I find challenging about a lot of YA is that they write it, like you said, one way or another. Things are black or things are white. And so that's not the way life is. That's not the way my life is, or the way I've experienced life. So I wanted it to be a mix of things, so that that people know that everything is a mix. There's good things and there's bad things, and you have to hold them both equally in your life and in your heart, and not be like, I wish it was just this. It isn't. But where can you find the moments of beauty in this? And in the darkness, there's always beauty, and in the joy and beauty, there's always darkness as well. So our teachers and principals, it's a mix. There's been some that I love, like really care for, who have been fantastic for my kids or for me, and life changers. And there's others who are squashers, who don't mean to and went into it with the best intentions, but perhaps are tired, or perhaps have a smaller container for what they feel is appropriate. Or sometimes some people need that more structure because their home lives are so chaotic. So it really depends on the teacher, and that's what I wanted to hold. My mom was a teacher for many years. Well, she was a teacher all her life, and many of my close friends are teachers, but there are some teachers who I would not want to have a long conversation with, you know, or some principals. Some principals are brilliant, and some principals are very challenged, and I think it really just depends on the individual, like everything in life. You know, you can't say, oh,